Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to do a pick a card reading on are they over me? Are they over you? Okay. I do have a bit of an intention for these to be romantic in nature. I suppose they don't have to be, always take what resonates. Energy's all the same, just manifesting in different ways. But this is probably going to be like an ex or maybe even like an ex-crush or somebody that you talk to but it never really like got off the ground sort of thing. So think of your person, anybody that you just kind of had unfinished business with or left or broke up with, and we just want to know, like, are they over you? How are they doing in life? Are they still pining for you, right? So I'm going to use the True Heart Intuitive Tarot to figure out the piles. All right, pile one. Pile two. Jeez Louise, pile two. And pile three. All right, guys, I'm going to put these 3 piles on the screen. Just take a deep breath. Think of your person. Think of your question. Are they over me? Go ahead and pick your pile, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the Princess of Swords, this is your reading for how your person is feeling in terms of this relationship. Are they over it, or are they still here for it? So I hear, see, and feel things, and I pull cards to confirm what it is that I'm hearing, but I don't actually just sit and read tarot to you, which is why you don't see the cards. So let's just get into it. Pile 1's person, are they over pile 1? How are they feeling about pile 1? Are they over it? There's a lot of air energy. So you might be a Libra is like really coming to mind, but Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this person, I don't think they're over the situation, and we'll get, more in depth with that clearly. But currently there's an energy of, in the past, this person thought a lot about this connection. Like, this person, I almost want to say, like, watched you or stalked you to some level. And not, I don't know, I hope, girl, not in a scary way, but this is just somebody who, like, after you guys broke up or parted ways, like, they continued to, like, watch your social media, or they continued to, like, ask people about you and, like, how you're doing. And there's something here with business too, or just like your career in general, like if you got promoted, or you got a new job after you left this person, or changed paths or something like that. Like, this person, especially if you own your own business, I feel like this person, like, watches that to see if that is successful. And it feels like, when this relationship was a relationship, because I am being honest, I do feel like this was like an actual relationship. This doesn't really give me like crush, ex woulda, coulda, shoulda vibes. This feels very solid to me at some point, but I feel like in the relationship itself, this person did not acknowledge those qualities in you, and this feels like, pile 1, you left this person. And so, like, while you were in the relationship, it's almost like they didn't support you. They didn't nurture your hopes and your dreams. And I feel like they very much made you like turn in on yourself. It's like they were very much projecting how they saw you onto you, but your spirit guide's talking about they didn't see you correctly because they were only seeing you through their eyes. And they are very, maybe they're the air sign, like Gemini or something, because they seem very like, or Pisces, but there's like a duality to it. It's like how they truly feel on the inside, or it's like they keep things inside, I guess. And in the way that they know how to heal the things that are going on inside of them is to project and almost like tell other people that like they're failing so they feel like they're not. Or like it's like they want authority or something, pile one. They did, like in the relationship. It's like they wanted authority, or they wanted to feel like maybe they were younger than you, because there's an energy of like wanting to feel like they're more mature than you, or they have everything figured out and like you don't. And like this whole time I feel like you were just in this like incubation period of planning and like really on the brink, I feel like, of finding yourself and like finding who you are and almost like what you wanted to be. And I'm also hearing like finding your strengths in terms of like every way in which this person, pile one, made you feel like you weren't those things. I think you were like figuring out that you were those things. And it's almost like this, I don't know if you plot it. There's like a plot or a scheme or a plan or something that you made that was like, oh yeah, you don't think I'm these things? Like, watch me go be these things. And so now your person, pile one, is like, or at least in the very recent past, like whenever y'all broke up until very recently, this person was like stalking you. This person was like, stalking is a really intense word, but that's just what the spirit keeps bringing to my brain. But like watching you, like, are you really gonna go do these things? Like, are you really gonna go be happy, right? Because I feel like you left this person to be more nurtured, to be your true authentic self and be all the things that this person said you weren't. So this person has been like watching. And I gotta tell you, pile one, they don't like what they've been seeing. Because whether or not you feel as if you are succeeding, or you are doing better, or you are happier, whatever it is that you're portraying to the public, or how the public views you, because I am seeing a little bit of social media, pile one, but like this feels more of like talking to people. Like people have like brought up your promotion to your person, or like your person's like asked people that know you how you are, and they're like, yeah, pile one's doing great, so whether you are or not, like the public, like your social status or like your reputation, at least my right ear just started ringing, at least in and around this person is like successful. And so when we're talking about like, are they over you at this current moment in time, I feel like your person is starting to reflect and look back on the period of when you guys called it quits and like to now, and is realizing that they have put so much energy into hoping that you don't end up happy, because you ending up happy means that you were right the whole time and they were wrong. And remember, this is like an air sign, or that energy, or like they cannot be wrong. They've realized they've put so much energy into that it's like they're making themselves unhappy. But here is what's annoying to me, and I'll get more energy, but like I almost feel like your person, pile one, is backtracking. Like they're trying to go back to that energy where they were like, no, I know pile one's not doing good. Like, I don't care what everybody else says. you know, like, I know this person. I was with this person, and I know this person, and I know this person isn't good with money. I know this person, I don't know, puts on a front and pretends that they're okay when they're not. Like, I know this person, and they're choosing to go back to the thought process that they had when you guys were together. I just saw 33. So in terms of like, are they over you? I feel like no. I feel like there's a trauma bond, I gotta be honest. Maybe not on your end. Maybe this is all one-sided for this person, but like they are still clinging on to that trauma and like still needing to be right. And they're starting to realize that watching you and hearing about you and all of these things is actually like giving them anxiety. Like it's actually not working because they were supposed to watch you and you were not supposed to be happy, but they're watching you and you are happy. And so instead of healing that, they're just gonna go back to not watching you. They're gonna not ask about you anymore. They're going to probably unfollow you on social media. They're gonna, you know, basically, Pile 1, I feel like they're gonna, if they haven't already, because this does feel like kind of right now, they're gonna remove themselves from your life. I almost feel like it's like what I'm seeing is, I like can't breathe all of a sudden. That movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind or something like that, where like she erases her memory of her relationship with somebody. This person is trying to do that. This person's trying to go, I keep seeing someone trying to like delete photos or delete memories of this. So I don't feel like they're over you or like over this. I feel like they're very much still clinging on to the attachment of their own traumas and what this means for them as a human being. But I do feel like they're putting a Band-Aid over it. Like they're just gonna go back to how they were, which is no communication, not gonna watch it, like delete my Facebook, like I'm over it, I don't want to see anymore, like I'm done. So are they over you? No, because this is still a very deep wound. But are they over you? Like, are they gonna stop trying? Yeah, and like they are cutting off communication, my friend. Like, if you guys have been communicating, this person might ghost you, or this person might block you, or delete. It's like they're trying to delete any way. And here's the thing, Pile 1. They're not deleting, they're not trying to remove you from reaching out to them. They're trying to remove themselves from being able to see you. Because when they can see you, it makes them feel bad because they feel like you're over them. Not even feel like, I feel like you are over this person. At least to an extent of like, we're definitely not like searching them or spending nearly as much time wondering about them as this person is about you. This could be like your ex-husband or something. This person, I gotta be honest, Pile 1. Like, this person really just wants to see you get your karma, but the karma that they're hoping you're gonna get isn't going to happen. Because the reason that you left this relationship was to go be something, to like love yourself more, to you know, prove people wrong, to be all the things that people said you couldn't, to be happy. And your spirit guide's talking about the way in which you left this relationship. It doesn't feel like you ghosted this person. It doesn't feel like you put your knife in and twisted it. It just feels like I said, there was like a plan or something, like it slowly just grew and grew and grew and grew apart. And that was because your spirit guides were leading you to be more, to make more of yourself, right? Like to not be so depressed, to go find happiness, to love yourself, to be sweet and caring and nurturing. And I feel like this relationship was making you like hard and cold because you had somebody constantly telling you what you were or were not. So your karma from this is good karma. And clearly, because again, whether you feel that way or not, your status and your perception of who you are is abundant, is the Empress, is, successful. It's abundant. So you got good karma, but this person is just like waiting for you to like not be happy. Like they really don't want you to be happy, Pile 1. I don't like this energy. Give me a second. I need some fucking Palo Santo. And here's the thing, Pile 1, I don't feel it in like maybe y'all know your person better than me, right? But like I don't feel it in a way of this person's a mean person, this person's an evil person, this person's a narcissistic person. Pile 1, this person is just an insecure, very 3D person that like doesn't know how to heal, doesn't know how to be vulnerable, doesn't know how to take responsibility for their own emotions. And so when they're wishing that you get this karma or that you aren't happy, it's not because of negative energy that they're purposely putting on you. It's more so, I just heard a guy ask, is she doing witchcraft on me? So if you're a if you're a guy watching this and you were kind of wondering that, no, I don't think she's like doing witchcraft. I don't think that she's doing anything from a negative place. It's from an insecure place. And let me tell you, Pile 1, that itself, even if it's not malicious, is doing something, because your spirit guide is talking about this person, because again, it's like you are radiating success, you are radiating happiness and abundance, right? But there is an energy where you kind of don't see that. There's almost an energy where you are mentally going back to this relationship just like this person is and believing it. But you know why? I'm here to tell you, Pile 1, because this person is going back to that. They're going back to that and thinking that. Up until, for the past little bit, since you guys have been broken up until now, it's like you were becoming successful, you were becoming abundant, because this person was like, damn, Pile 1's becoming successful, Pile 1's becoming abundant, and Pile 1 fell in love. But now they're returning their energy to, no, fuck Pile 1. And so your energy is like going back with it. Oh, maybe they were right. Maybe I don't know how to manage my money. Maybe I'm, throat chakra, man. Maybe I am putting on a frown. Maybe I am putting on a mask. Your spirit guides want me to tell you that if you've been feeling lately like I am abundant, but for whatever reason, it's just, something just feels like off right now. Right? Or like you don't even believe in your own success or something. It's because this person is going back to a past energy. So it's very important for you to protect your energy. Again, not because this person is like coming at you, but if they are still bound to this energy of you, right? Because they've done that themselves. If they've attached themselves to you, which is what this feels like to me, you are going to feel that energy. And if you're not in super, 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 super high energy, you're bound to feel it, right? So any sort of like cord cutting or palo or saging, things like that, sending love back to this person, because again, it's not malicious, it's just an insecurity. not focusing on this person, but Spirit says maybe just even taking a minute a week or something just to like, I hope, you know, my person finds happiness. Because if they can find happiness, then they will release the attachment from you. But in the meantime, your spirit guide is talking about some sort of protection. Salt baths. I just saw 1818, so maybe look that angel number up. Not hammer. Okay, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. Here's the thing. Your person, pile 1, feels like, oh, I'm just gonna hammer this. I'm just not even gonna care about this anymore. And they just think that, like, I don't know, their spirit guide is showing me like they're looking in the mirror, right? But the mirror is like you in this relationship, and they don't want to look at it anymore. They're so sick of seeing themselves in that way, so they take a hammer to it and they break the mirror. But like, then the mirror is just 5,000 pieces of the reflection instead of one piece of the reflection. My left ear just started ringing, and I just saw 22. So this person is actually making the situation worse by pretending as if they are over you, because they're really not. And that's the problem. They got to get to the root of it, right? This person is really being asked by their spirit guides, by the universe, to like really do some shadow work. And I just heard they're making you their shadow. Ugh. Ugh. Jesus. The golden mirror, self-absorbed. What the fuck did I just say? I don't make this shit up, dude. I feel like I already said that. It's literally like looking, wedding rings. This might have been your ex-husband or ex-wife or something, but I feel like, pile 1, a lot of the reason that you left this person was the fact that they couldn't see outside themselves. Like, I feel like the both of you have a very different idea of what this relationship even was. Like for you, I feel like it was lessons and challenges and learning to love ourselves and having strength to leave things and you know, peridot might be a good crystal for you. And this person just, I don't know, it's like they feel very blindsided by your choices, but you know, I don't know, something's telling me like, we had been saying this the whole time. But it's like when they were talking to you, it was like talking to a brick wall, because they had this mirror reflecting back to themselves. So I almost feel like the things that you would say would trigger this person to the point that they felt, I think what this person wouldn't tell you or has never told you is they've always felt like you were a lot smarter than them. They felt like you were better than them in a lot of ways. And that's why I think this person was so passive aggressive and like manipulative, because they were projecting what they saw in the mirror. When they looked at you, they saw an energetic mirror. And what the mirror was telling them was they are not divine. They are not spiritual. They are not abundant. They could never start their own business. They could never be in love. Nobody would ever be faithful to them, because they were looking at themselves. That's some deep shit. I'm gonna pull some cards from my deck. This is called Hello Darling, Messages from Your Person. It's a bunch of text messages. If you're interested in it, it's available in the description box below. Are they over pile 1? Nah. But let's see. I thought about reaching out to you sooner, but I couldn't take your reaction. I know I don't deserve you. Well, if that doesn't just sum up everything I just freaking said, 1212 too, which is a number of like repeating patterns in the past. And this is what I'm saying when I was talking about like this person would never tell you. The whole time you guys were together, they knew they didn't deserve you. The whole time, I just saw 22 again, that you guys were together, they knew what they were doing, pile one. They knew they were being an asshole. They knew they were digging at you. They knew they were keeping you from being abundant and carefree and having fun and going out and whatever it is that you were trying to do. Because I feel like you were trying to be more sunny. Does that make sense? 44? Like you were trying to blossom and like get out of the house and even introduce this person to like new experiences and ways of thinking. And, you know, while there's such an intense sexual passion towards like an attraction towards you in that way of like thinking, it's simultaneously the thing that they hated about you. Because when you would suggest those things or you would do those things, because you see, Pile One, you seem like if I say it, I'm gonna do it. I'm not just gonna talk shit. Like if I say I'm gonna fucking lose weight and be sexy, girl, then I'm gonna be at the gym and I'm gonna lose weight and I'm gonna be sexy. Like if I say I'm gonna leave your ass, I'm gonna fucking leave your ass. I don't know what just my energy was. All of a sudden, someone's spirit guide just came in like I'm over this pile. And I feel like that's how you are, Pile One. Like I feel like you're so over this energy and you're kind of feeling it a lot recently. Like, why am I feeling this person's energy? Like, I thought they were over me. I thought that we broke up 5 years ago. Like, what the fuck? And it's because they're holding on to it, and it's they need to heal. I'm getting so annoyed. They need to heal. No, I mean, no offense to Pile One's person, because like we're all just going through stuff, right? But like, they need to heal why they think they don't deserve you. They need to heal why they're so reserved and why they can't be as sunny and fun and spiritual and open-minded as you. What's holding them back from that, you know? But instead of doing that, they're just holding on to you. Like, you were the problem. I want to grow old with you. I will still love you when we are old and gray, forever by your side. Well, that's just adorable. Yeah. Is this person over you, Pile One? No. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't really feel like they're going to be anytime soon. I do feel like this is gonna be somebody that, like, this seems permanent to me. It feels like you guys spent an extended amount of time together, like marriage or lived together, or it was just a very significant, had kids together relationship, right? And, or maybe the first marriage, first love or something. And like, this person just is always going to hold you in this relationship to that. And instead of, you know, facing the mirror and realizing the ways in which they were not ready and they are the reason that this relationship ended, truthfully, they're just going to hold on to you this whole time. Again, Spirit's saying like that's why it's very important for you to practice cleansing. Weird, as I say that, we have a bubble bath card, although it says, I want to take a bubble bath with you. The closeness of our naked bodies makes me feel safe and warm. What I find interesting about that is I just had a vision. Like, I do feel like, you know, in addition to going back to the negativity and the narcissism and the manipulation and gaslighting and all that this person was doing, this person does still also go back to like the very beginning or like the really good times you had together. I am seeing like two people taking a bath together, so maybe that's literal. You guys did that. That's a memory they have that they really enjoy. Or, excuse me, also like maybe you post, because I'm seeing on like social media or something too, maybe you posted you were in like the bubble bath recently or something, and this person is like still having fantasies about that. Like this person is still as much as they're like, that's why I'm saying pile one, they're not over you. Are you freaking kidding me? As much as they're like, no, fuck pile one, and I was right, and I know they're not that person. I know they're not that happy and abundant and beautiful and, you know, whatever the situation. Like, as much as they're doing that, they are still, and they don't want to admit it to themselves, but they are still so insanely attracted to you. Your spirit guide just told me they're more attracted to you now than they were when you were together. And it's just freaking eating this person up. And I do think that it's a good idea that your person is trying to move away from the watching, trying to move away from asking people how you're doing and seeing if you're in another relationship and like seeing your sexy photos so they don't pull back in this passion. Like, I think it's a good idea for them to turn away and possibly block you. I gotta be honest with you. I think that's good energy, but Spirit's telling me like the intention behind it is not there. The intention behind it is not of a higher spiritual nature. I have to release this person. I have to work on myself. You know, there's no working on ourself stuff going on here. It's, nope, I don't like what I see, so I'm just gonna not even see it. I'm gonna go back to the mindset in the defense mechanism that helped me then. That feels safe, that feels comfortable. That's what I'm gonna do. So is this person over you, pile one? No. Nope. And I don't see them getting over you anytime soon. So if this is somebody that you want to be with and you are also having feelings of, you know, I want to get back together, then I would suggest reaching out to this person, because I think they're trying to close all communication because they feel as if you're just straight up over this, and they feel a little insane that they're not. But if this is somebody that you don't want to have this connection with, like, I would suggest getting an attachment removal, doing, you know, meditations for that, taking Epsom salt baths, really sending this person love and peace and happiness, because the more that they can find that, the more they'll detach from you. So, all right, pile one. Woo, child. That was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. If it did, if you could give me a like, that would be pretty dope. Comment below, tell me your pile and how it resonated. I love to hear you guys' stories. And give me a subscribe if you haven't already. There'll be some stuff in the description box below if you want to book a private reading with me, if you want to buy my oracle decks, if you want to take my online courses, girl. So stay in touch. I appreciate you so much. Have a beautiful day. Hi, pile two. If you chose the 9 of Swords, then this is your reading. I always like to preface, I hear, see, and feel things, and I pull cards just to confirm what I'm hearing. That's why you don't see the cards, right? They're just like jumping off points. But I am using the Golden Girls Tarot. It's a great deck. All right, so the person on your mind, are they over you? Are they over this? What are they thinking? Are you for real? The first card that came out is the goddamn 9 of Swords, pal, too. The 9 of Swords that you chose in the first card that comes out is the 9 of Swords. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't need no more freaking cards. You and this person are both not over this. What's going on, pal, too? Clearly, y'all... love each other is what I was gonna fucking say. No, your person's not over this. Oh my God. 3 of Pentacles. Your person is not over this, pal, too. Are they over you? No. Oh my God, no. But there's something in the way. That's why they're so anxious about this. I feel like there's possibly a third party, like you're in a relationship or they're in a relationship, It's been coming a lot with pile 2 lately, so check out my other pick a card readings, probably pile 2. But I feel like there's like a third party, like there's some sort of, in third party, I do feel like in this sense is like a relationship, but third party doesn't have to be relationships. It can be like a job, it can be distance, it can be like this thing in the way, right? There's something in the way of this. This feels like something that hasn't got off the ground to me. This feels like a crush, an ex-crush, somebody that we messed around with and then like broke up from for maybe a third party reason. Like maybe they chose someone else over you. And it's like, damn, are they over me? Like, did they ever even like me at all? And your person is like, oh my God, I just let this person go. Like, this feels like such a missed opportunity to me. I swear to God, if the 4 of Cups comes out, it's like this missed opportunity. And now, because like of whatever is going on in your life, pile 2, like there's a blockage. Like they want to tell you that they are so in love with you, but they can't. There's someone in the way. That was fucking, they just showed me Ace Ventura. Stop. Okay. When Nature Calls specific, When Nature Calls specifically. So maybe you guys watch that movie together. I don't know. Maybe that resonates, but okay, get me out of that vision. Sorry. Like when he's in the fucking airplane and he's like looking out the window, there's someone in the way. Something. There's someone in the way. There's something in the way, pile 2. And no, oh my God, this person is like so. Who? 4 of Swords. I thought it was the 4 of Cups. Okay. Joseph is my spirit guide. Joseph, can you please like bring me back to my energy? I'm like in your person's energy and I'm just like so like if you could tell, my energy was getting like anxious but like excited and like, oh, what do I do? But let's come back down to Casey. Let's come back down to Casey Lynn and like deliver this message. Okay. Is your person over you? No. And this feels very, 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 very mutual to me, pile 2. Like this feels like somebody that you can't get over. This feels like it's so mirrored to me, pile 2. Like it's so the same energy on both sides. Whatever blockage is on your side is also on this person's side. Right? Like you're both in relationships. You both have jobs that you can't be with somebody. You both live in different countries. Like you don't want to be with this person because they live in a different country and they don't want to be with you because they live in a different country. Or you know what, like it's the same energy on both sides. I'm getting even dizzy by this energy, pile 2, because I'm seeing these visions like in a funhouse mirror room where it's like two mirrors facing each other, just mirroring each other fucking infinitely. This is probably your freaking twin flame, my guy. This person has a lot of dreams about you. And to be honest, what I love about it is it's even though you both are probably in relationships or in these situations where you can't be together or it's taboo to be together, it's not like sexual dreams your person's having. It's love, it's commitment, it's working together. There's something about the two of you being very like spiritual and divine too. Holy shit, the whole left side of my body just got so hot. Holy shit. Whew. I'm clairsentient more than anything, so I can feel things, right? But that's how this person feels too. I think that you guys can feel each other's energy, and this person has a lot of dreams about you, and you're probably having dreams about them too, but it's like weird. It's like when they're coming to you in the dreams, it's almost like I keep seeing them give you something, like, and it might be something stupid, like a note or a coin or something, but it's like your person, pile 2, is almost like in dreams and in psychic visions, like giving you something. But this person really, really, really fantasizes about the two of you together, like shedding boundaries, shedding barriers, like healing. There's so much healing energy that you have brought your person. Even if you guys are like just friends or just met or something, there's this energy. Oh, I just heard why now. Like, weird. I'm also getting that this has to be, the third party has to be a relationship. That's just what I keep seeing. It doesn't have to be take what resonates, but like I'm seeing two people like in loving relationships, like both very happy. Oh my God, I found the love of my life. Like, or maybe if it's not to that extent, it's just like a really good relationship. Like we're really, really attracted to somebody and we haven't like felt like this in a while. And then those two people meet while they're in those relationships and it's like, whoa, fuck. And I feel like you're both there like, oh my God, no, because I can't leave this commitment. I can't leave this third party because truthfully, there's nothing wrong with it on both sides, right? Or I don't want to move out of my country. Like I like living here. And so you're both just like so anxious over this that I feel like there's just like no communication. I just feel like it's like dead silent. And I don't want to say no contact because I do feel like you guys have ways to communicate. Like I don't think like, I just heard playing it cool. Like there's, maybe you guys like, I don't know, friends of a friend, or you go to the same bar or something. So like there's like a way that you're like, oh hey, what's up? But like there's no, everyone's just like playing it cool. There's no contact. And because of that, Spirit's telling me that you feel like, oh, I don't think they're actually into me. Like I think that was all in my head. And they're thinking that too, but they're almost thinking like theirs is a little, their anxiety pile too is a little darker than yours is. If this is a twin flame pile too, you might be the like lighter aspect. There's no such thing as good and evil, right? Okay. It's all a spectrum. But you're of the more like spiritual realm, light energy, and they're more of the dark energy. So for you, the anxiety comes through of like self-reflection, or maybe this is all in my head, fantasy almost, where your person's anxiety comes, it feels to me more like obsession, and instead of self-reflection, it's like self-blame. Like this person almost feels like the fact that they're in this commitment over here that is fine, like this resonates with a reading I did yesterday, I swear to God, because it's like they chased, or maybe it's just a collective energy currently, but like pile 2, your person like chased their third party, their person, and like it's fine. And so they feel narcissistic, they feel vain, they feel selfish for having this and wanting you. 11:11, I said what I said. Are they over you, pile 2? Girl, they haven't even gotten started. They haven't even started loving you yet, let alone like being over this. And with so much spiritual connection with the freaking lovers, with the mirroring of the mirroring of the mirroring of the mirroring, like I don't even care if y'all just like shook hands and exchanged numbers. Like you and your person, pile 2, ain't getting out of each other's lives or energy anytime soon. Whether the relationship comes 40 years down the line from now or 2 days from now, like, which I don't think it's gonna be 2 days from now, girl, but like it's and Spirit wants me to say too, even if it's not love, you and this person are such mirrored souls that even if you can't figure out how to be in a relationship, or if you both decide, like, you do have good stuff going on, so we don't want to self-sabotage anymore. Like maybe that's a challenge and a lesson you both are just learning in general, and maybe you decide you don't want to fuck those things up, but this person's not going to go away, pile 2. So don't feel scared that like if you don't make a choice, or they hopefully y'all are both watching the same pile, hopefully they, you know, don't feel scared that if they don't make a choice or pick between whatever or express how they feel, that like you guys just, then that's it and they miss their opportunity. Like, even if y'all can't be lovers, like you'll be friends. Lovers and friends. What is that song? Lovers and Friends by Usher. That's the song that came to mind. Jesus. So what do they want? Like, what do they want out of it? Like, what's I mean, there's these parties, right? There's this thing in the way. So like, I don't even know what the fuck I put pile 2, but let's just see what comes out. I also just saw 1313, so maybe you want to Google that angel number. I gotta be honest with you, pile 2. Right now, I don't think your person is going to walk away from their third party. And something tells me like you don't want them to either, because you have your own things going on. But your person is not ready to walk away. Their spirit guide is telling me, truthfully, it's because they're still working through issues of self-worth and addiction, I'm hearing. So they're feeling like the pull towards you, although undeniable, and they're so scared they're gonna lose it. They also feel like that's maybe a demon within themselves. Not you, but you represent the temptation, and they feel like the temptation is something that they've been, I just heard, aggressively trying to correct. So at this moment in time, they're really like trying to force themselves to not reach out to you, to like not make this choice. But their spirit guide is saying like, ultimately, the wish is to do so. The wish is to walk away, but not walk away for you, pile 2, because if this person walks away from their commitments, or you do even, it can't be for another person. It has to be for self, because those things weren't giving us what we wanted, not because I want more or I want something else, right? Because that's self-sabotage. And that's a really, really big, hard lesson for anybody to learn. And I love that your person is in that energy. They are feeling that. And so, you know, the goal eventually is to, and of course your person isn't thinking this consciously, right? This is their higher self, this is their spirit guide. But like their goal essentially is to get to a point where we are walking away from it, but it's because I've had this spiritual evolution, I've realized I was settling, or whatever the situation, and then they walk away, and then you guys like meet again, right? So what ends up happening is, I feel like this intensity between you two like builds and builds and builds and builds, but like so slowly, like so fractionally over potentially like definitely the next year. This is not fast, okay? But maybe even like a couple years. My head just started. I just got like so anxious when I said that. Oh my God. I don't think either of you want it to be this long, but Spirit's talking about like, this relationship isn't going away. But what eventually happens is like, you just wait, and both of you, like, it keeps getting more and more and more intense, that I feel like your person ends up, and it's your person, I don't think it's you. I think your person ends up like, I literally cannot hold this in anymore, and I'm just gonna word vomit, and I just heard drunk text, or call or something, but it's like, I'm just gonna tell this person how I feel. I'm just gonna tell this person. I've literally helped, like, I don't know, I'm seeing two people, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe this is for somebody. It's always hard to tell when I'm doing collective readings, because sometimes the visions are like metaphors, like clairvoyant, to help me understand. But then when I'm doing collective readings, I'm getting so many different like visions, like maybe it's for somebody, right? But I'm seeing like two people like get in a fight at a restaurant, okay, a couple, like a woman and a man, and then the woman runs out and a different man runs out and is like, I've been waiting for years for you to make the choice to like leave your person because like I'm just so fucking in love with you. Like, and it may be not that situation, because I'm also seeing somebody just like text and like, I don't care what I fuck up in my life, because I've come to this spiritual realization that I know who I am and I know what I want and I know my worth and I you know what I mean, as opposed to just, oh, I'm just obsessed with you. Oh my God. Okay, so are they over you? Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. What did I say, pal, to? It's like, I don't make this up. They're not over you, but they're in another relationship and it's toxic. And I don't think that it's gotten to the point where it's toxic yet. Their spirit guide is telling me that they are currently experiencing like glimmers, like maybe their person's lied to them a little bit, or made comments or maybe not made comments that kind of put them, it's like glimmers of like, maybe not everything in this relationship is perfect, but they're still struggling with like with an addiction. Maybe it's a self-sabotage addiction. And so they're staying in this relationship to almost make sure that those red flags and those things that they're seeing aren't of their own toxic mindsets. And eventually they realize that it's not them. And they start healing, right? And then they separation. And, sorry, I keep being pulled into just how much this person misses you now. But it's an interesting energy, pal, too, because I don't know that you guys are that close. Maybe, but there's an element here to like wanting to get to know you better, even. So they're like missing you, even if all you've done, like I said, is like shake hands or exchange numbers or something. There's almost this energy. They might be a water sign, because this feels very water sign energy to me. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But they almost like have fantasized, or maybe psychically, maybe they're psychic, I don't know, but they've fantasized or seen how this relationship could be, like how you guys are counterparts, how you guys are like made for each other and perfect mirrors of each other's souls, that when they don't have that, like when they're, which is all the time, like they miss that. They almost like are missing something. That's like they're yearning for something that like hasn't even happened yet. And there's so much anxiety in this pile. Like my head hurts so bad. There's just so much unsurety, is that a word, of the future. Like they really feel like, pile too, like they've missed out. Like they don't see how this can work. They don't see how the two of you eventually come together, mainly because of your situation, pile too. Like they're seeing glimmers in their relationship, but they don't know if you're seeing glimmers in yours. They don't know if you're seeing red flags in yours. They, for whatever reason, they feel like yours is just fine. And I feel like you feel like theirs is just fine. Maybe it's how they're showing it. Like if you see them in person and they're all like lovey-dovey, or social media, or never who we portray to be on social media, it's that. But like you both feel like, why would they come to me? So they just feel like they have to like heal it. Not enough. Your person, and because y'all are freaking such mirrored souls is crazy, you're probably both going through the same thing. I feel like you're both frustrated in your relationships. I feel like the majority of the reason you're frustrated in your separate engagements is because of insecurities. You both feel like you're not enough. And I think for your person, pal too, the not enough feels more of a self-worth thing, Where on your side, the not enough is like, it's almost like it's like to yourself. It's not even to your person or your commitment. It's like you feel like you're not where you want to be, and that's like affecting your relationship. So like the red flags and stuff in your relationship, you are feeling as if maybe that's you and your insecurity. So again, it's the same energy, it's just like slightly different. But yeah, they feel like they're not enough for you. And they feel like they're not enough in their own relationships. And so it's like they're trying to heal that feeling before they apply it to you. There's a lot of like self-reflection on both of your parts. I think you both are very understanding of the addiction you have to each other, or the obsession of how you're crushing over each other, or whatever, in love with each other. Like, okay, I gotta heal that, because if this is real, if this is not just in my head, which it's not, then I can't bring that energy to this relationship. That wouldn't be healthy, you know? So that's really good energy to see. Are they over you? No. What did I say before? They haven't even gotten started, girl. I call everyone girl, so I apologize if that's not your pronoun. I'm going to pull some from my deck. Hello, darling, messages from your person. These are like little text messages. If you're interested in my deck, I will post a link in the description box below. Are they over pile 2? No. When I hold you, I feel a deep belonging. The way we fit together feels like home. Maybe the two of you have like cuddled before. You know, this was maybe something where you guys tried to get something going but didn't, or like this person chose someone else over you, right? Or something. And they're really reminiscing about that. But even if you haven't gotten to that level, pile 2, like your person finds your energy, and I'm specifically hearing energy, like to be so enamoring, to be so warm. I keep hearing warm. Like when you just walk in the room, they just automatically feel like, oh my God, okay. It's interesting, because you know how you get like butterflies when you are around somebody you like? It's like that person gets the opposite, but it's the same energy. It's like, oh my God, I'm so in love with that person. Like, I'm so happy they're here. It's just like your energy just like calms them. And they've definitely had dreams. And again, it's like when they're having these dreams, it's almost not even sexual, although I bet you that is there and it'll probably come out. But it's like this sweetness. It's this, I don't know. It's so sweet, pile 2. It's like just love. I knew it. I knew it was going to come out. I don't even know why I use cards. My body is craving you. I need to feel you close to me. I need you to touch me. This person has a lot of fantasies about you. They might be a Scorpio. Again, I'm getting water sign energy. They don't have to be, but they seem very like, sex to your person, pile 2, is spiritual. Sex to your person, while it can get kinky and fun and maybe a little aggressive if that's what we're into, like your person has the capability of doing those things, but ultimately your person, what turns them on when they're having sex is connection. Like this person is going to want to like look you in your eyes and like feel your energy, and they want to like make love, you know what I mean? So they're, again, it's like even if they're having sexual fantasies, it's of that nature. It's like, I just like, do you see the closeness of these two people and how they're like looking into each other's eyes? Your person wants that with you so bad. And like when they're craving your body, they're not even craving it in a sexual way, they're craving it in a sensual way. Woo, girl. Oh my God. Was it this reading I said? I'm first and foremost very clairsentient, so I'm feeling some things, you know what I mean? Interesting. It's interesting that we got 2 different cards. They have timestamps on them, okay? 10-10. This one's 10-10 also. But they're very opposite energies. This one says, congratulations, you've won. You've convinced me. You've succeeded in pushing me away. You've hurt me. I tried to be there for you, but it's clear you don't want me to be. I think this is really speaking to the two different energies. I think this is very telling of what eventually happens. Your person, pile 2, and maybe you too, maybe you're both the same zodiac sign, maybe not necessarily water, but like the exact same sign, or maybe the same element, like you're both water or you're both fire or something. But what I think ends up happening is your person's really sensitive, and during all the red flags and the things that are coming up, you know, in their foundations, they keep trying to convince themselves and like talk themselves down, like, oh yeah, like I probably shouldn't get upset over that. I probably, you know, that's just me being addicted to that person, or that's just me with a negative mindset. And so your person keeps like fixing, and I think their person also needs healing and you know, has growth and all of that. But I feel like because your person's so sensitive, they really try to get the other person to open up, and the other person just like won't, and they keep pushing them away. And I feel like it gets to a point, like a breaking point with your person, where they're just like, just whatever, you know. Like I've literally tried so many times. And there's also something about them and their person, like they're opposites. Like, so how you guys are such mirrored souls, the person they're with is extremely opposite. Like, even like, what is an easy way to connect? Like, it's energetically, right? So like one's more masculine, one's more feminine, where the two of you are either both masculine or both feminine. And I'm not talking gender, I'm talking like energy, right? How you operate, how your mind works, how you deal with emotions, right? Y'all are the same, they're different energetically. But also, like, as minimal spirit is telling me, we're like, you know, maybe you fucking hate horror movies and they love them. It's the only thing they want to watch. They always just want to watch horror movies. And it's like, your person's sensitive. It's like, I don't want to watch people getting, you know, offed and stuff. And or maybe, I don't know, one of y'all likes to smoke and the other one doesn't, or one of you likes to drink and the other one's sober, or one of you loves heavy death metal music and the other one likes princess pop. And it's just like, there's something about them being so opposite that I think eventually it becomes a problem, is what your spirit guide is telling me. So I don't know, I guess comment below, let me know if that is your situation, especially in the future. Come back in a year and let me know what happened between them. I would love to hear it. But yeah, pile 2, that was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it brought you some clarity. If it did, if you could give me a like I said, comment below, let me know. I love to read it. And subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to book a private reading with me, buy my oracle decks, take my online courses, everything will be in the description box below. And I appreciate your time. Bye, guys. All right, hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. I need to light a candle really quickly because it went out, and we always have to light a candle. It opens the portal. Okay, hi. Okay, pile 3, I got my tea. I'm ready to spill it. If you chose the 10 of discs, I just saw 33, then this reading is for you. I forgot my tarot deck, hold on. Okay. Always like to preface that I hear, see, and feel things, but I pull cards to confirm what it is that I'm hearing. That's why I don't show the cards, because it's all just coming from in here. But I am using the Light Seers Tarot if you are interested. Classic, right? Okay. Pile 3. Are they over you? here's what I want to say about your person, pile 3. I do feel like you guys had a very genuine connection. It feels very stable to me. You guys could have been married, you could had kids together, or even just like high school sweethearts. But Spirit really does want me to highlight that the relationship when you had it was very genuine. This person, whether or not they're over you, really looks back on this relationship in very high regard. No matter what happened, whether they broke up with you, you broke up with them, like if this was just like a knockout fight between the two of you and that's what caused you guys to separate, all of that aside, like your person still looks at this relationship, like when they're talking about this relationship with other people, or like reminiscing back on it, or thinking about like really fun times, I'm hearing fun times in their life, they associate that with this relationship. So when they're thinking of you in where you guys stand, or just this energy in general, like the love that the two of you shared, they think very, very fondly of it. Okay. And I really feel like that's important for you to know, because I do feel like your person has moved on. Your person, pile 3, feels to me like they are in a steady connection. They might have kids with somebody else. I don't know if this is like a recent breakup or an old breakup, but it does feel as if they have moved on. I do have to say, yes, I do feel like your person has moved on. I feel like what's interesting is they really healed from this, because they're showing me that in a lot of ways they feel responsible for like the downfall or like the destruction of this. In so many ways, they're talking about how they were controlling, and manipulative. Like your person is admitting to me, like they knew that they, would go about things a certain way, or like say things in a certain way to kind of just control the situation for what they wanted it to be, or how they wanted you to react, right? Like I do see like jealousy in your person. I do see a lot of insecurity masked as control, and I think it's really important that we say it like that, because your person is like recognizing that, and they're trying to find like self-love within that. They're trying to do, I just heard, the thing that you almost wanted them to do in this relationship, which would be like self-reflect and kind of see the ways in which you needed to be nurtured a little more, or I don't know, like taken seriously or something. They're seeing that now, and I kind of get this feeling that your person is like recently like talking to people about it, like maybe it's a therapist even, but talking to maybe their person or a therapist or like a friend or something, and really like finally, I have to tell you, pile 3, like letting this go, and like in a healthy way, not in a, oh, I'm over, pile 3, like whatever, I'm happy and they can go to hell. This is very like a, damn, when I think back on pile 3 and like when we had these arguments, or we had this beautiful thing, I really like messed that up when I was saying this, or trying to control it this way, or like I really manifested the downfall of this, even if they're the ones that broke up with you, right? It's like they realize ways in which they were very like impulsive. I'm hearing like bullheaded, or so like stubborn. They might be a Taurus, or maybe even an Aries. They don't have to be, but it's just kind of that like power energy, you know what I mean? Very like set in their ways, and I feel like they're starting to talk to somebody about it. I think for a while, especially if they like moved into a new connection, and I feel like it was kind of like fast, maybe it's not a new connection. Maybe it's just, they just seem like they moved on really quickly. I still feel like they like hid it. Like they hid the fact that they were hurt, or they kind of weren't over this, or like, even if they had to walk away from it, like that's not like, that wasn't in the plan. Like that wasn't supposed to be the outcome of this. And they really held that, and kind of, truthfully, Spirit just told me like they were holding space for you for a very long time. I think they really hoped that you would come back and you would see that, sorry, sometimes I get really emotional because your person is like genuine. Like they really held space for you and were hoping that you would come back and see that like they recognized. Because when you left, or when this broke up, I don't think that they even realized these things, that they self-sabotaged, or that they were controlling, or they were trying to control the outcome of things, right? I don't even think they realized that. And in your separation, they learned that. This kind of goes along with pile 1 from yesterday, but they learned that. Like they learned a lot from you, and they respect I just heard the messiness of what this relationship was, because it taught them to be a better person. But you know, they also recently gained a lot of clarity about, you know, being silent about these feelings, and no matter what they went off and did, still holding this like space for you really was just like keeping the hurt, right? It was just like holding on to the heartache. And, you know, unlike another pile, this person really is doing the right thing and like letting this go and moving on from this connection in a genuine way, by like appreciating it and self-reflecting and understanding why things went down the way that they did. And by realizing this and like having this sort of like aha, like it feels like an epiphany, and it feels conscious. This doesn't feel like a dream or anything. It's like I feel like this person was really sitting there thinking like, damn, maybe it was me, or like maybe it's like something happened. Maybe it's in their relationship even that they're in now, that, you know, their person kind of maybe said something that like you had said before, and it's like, oh fuck, you know? And so maybe I can't hold space for pile 3 anymore, because I'm repeating that pattern here. And why would pile 3 want to come back when I'm clearly in the same energy doing the same thing, right? So they've had this like epiphany, and it was conscious. It was like, I feel like this person was just like sitting on the couch, and like their person said something to them, and it was like, oh, you know, they had this like epiphany. And so now, because of this, I think they're getting help. It feels like therapy to me, or maybe just even where they, you know, and it sucks to hear this, because it's like where they couldn't be vulnerable with you, or where they lacked empathy with you. I think they start, or will start, opening up to, you know, their person now, or someone close to them at least, or like a therapist, like I said. Like in the ways that you really wanted them to be more vulnerable and like less in control and understanding. I think they're doing that now, and they're really talking about how like a lot of that is attributed to you. Like I said, again, they're talking about this relationship in a very positive light. Like they kind of hold your guys' relationship to, I don't want to say like a standard, but like a precedent. Like they appreciate it so much because it had to happen in order for them to be a good partner to anybody. Because they're talking about pile 3 where like they can continue this pattern with everybody, with as many people as they want, and they never would have woken up, because the way that they repeated this pattern with you and how you are, you made this person understand. It's like it had to happen. It had to fall apart so this person can like heal, you know what I mean? And they know that, they recognize that, they're telling somebody about that. You know, at first I was like, I wonder if all these piles are just gonna be like, no, they're not over you, girl. I call everyone girl, so I'm sorry if that's not your pronoun. And then this one came, and I was like, okay, maybe we do actually get a pile where it's like, yeah, they're over it. They're over you or whatever. But here's the thing, pile 3. I think it's interesting your spirit guide kept wanting me to say like they're moving on, or like they have moved on, or are in the process of moving on, in the process of releasing this rice. Because are they over you? No. I do feel like this person is maybe a little immature in this thinking, but like if they were given the chance to redo this relationship with the knowledge that they have now, like that they've received in this separation with you, and like in being with another person and kind of recognizing patterns and stuff like that, like if you were to give them a chance, they still have a lot of love for you. They love you, like they love, I gotta be honest with you, pile 3, I feel like they love you more now than they did when you guys were even together, because there was a level of respect and understanding missing when you guys were together, that this person has found that clarity in the separation. So if you could have added that appreciation and that love and that respect to what you guys previously had, like, you know what I mean? It's almost like there wouldn't have been a problem. And it's unfortunate that this relationship had to end in order for your person to be what you need them to be. But there is a message here that like if you were to give them the chance, they would absolutely take it, and they would do things differently this time. I'm hearing a lot about like letting you have more freedom, or letting you just kind of like exude and be yourself more. I think they would romance you more, like before where they were maybe just a little more rigid or controlling, or you know, authority figure maybe in some way, like maybe they paid all the bills. I don't know what your situation was, but you know, maybe where they were more rigid before, it's like this time they would stop, they would put a halt to that, like that. They realize now that they didn't want the 10 of Pentacles with you, they wanted the 10 of Cups, like they want the emotional fulfillment. And so they would put a halt to all of this like perfectionism and control and traditionalism, and really try to come in with more like sweet and romantic energy. And they feel as if they can offer that now because they have taken the time to work on themselves and self-reflect and truthfully love themselves. Like they're forgiving themselves for the way that they treated you, because they're starting to understand why they did it, and that doesn't make it right. You know, they're saying they're not telling themselves that it was okay that they did that, but they're forgiving themselves for doing that because they couldn't see it. They're saying they were so blinded by their own like childhood traumas, I'm hearing, that or just like how they were raised to kind of push emotions down, or escape. There's a lot of escapism with your person. So they had like a lot of stuff going on as a kid or just in their adolescent that I feel like they escape from truthfully with like reality. So maybe they're kind of, where you're more intuitive and flowy, they might be more practical and analytical, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm hearing things like they dream about like taking you on dates and stuff that they just like didn't do before. I feel like if you were to give them the chance, I just heard like kick it up a notch, but also like take it down a notch, you know? It's like, truthfully what I'm seeing is like, we have a couple of knights here on the table, but the Emperor, right? And normally you want to go from the Knight to the Emperor, right? Like, they need to grow up, they're just a knight, like but it's like the reverse for your person. It's like they need to come off of this Emperor fucking high horse, you know, I'm a man and I take care of everything and whatever the situation, you know. You need to be more grown up or whatever. They want to like take a step back and go back to the Knight of Cups and just like be sweet and romantic, and like none of this fucking adult shit matters, or it's like all of these foundations, pile 3, you're crumbling. It's not just the foundation of your guys' relationship, it's so many things in this person's life that I think they're realizing, and again, I keep feeling like they're talking to somebody about it, like that they just need to change. And so when we're asking like, are they over you? No, they're moving on from you, and that's genuine. I don't think this person is like holding out hope or you know, actively trying to take steps to reach out to you. I don't feel any of that, but I feel like they're moving on. But it's like Spirit keeps saying, like, if you were to reach out to them though, they would love nothing more than to explain this to you and be given that chance. But Spirit's saying like they're not going to ask for one. I even feel like if you just reached out to this person just to see like how they're doing, are they happy, they would love to tell you about like, oh, I'm in therapy, or I've been talking about this, or you know, whatever. But I still don't even think they'd be quick to be like, oh, like we should get back together. Like they're very much in this like bubble. They're very much like, whenever they think about these sexy thoughts of you or these romantic thoughts, like I just want to come in and swoop you up, it's like, no, that's not what me and Pile 3's relationship was supposed to be. Me and Pile 3's relationship was supposed to be Pile 3 teaching me to be more self-aware, to be more empathetic, to look within myself, to meditate. I think you inspired this person to meditate, literally. That's what our relationship was supposed to be. So they keep themselves in this just no, you know. And so they've stopped manifesting. I think for a period of time, they were trying to manifest you back to, like I said, they were holding that space for you. They're trying to manifest you back so they could prove this to you. But then it's like they realize that trying to prove it to you or hoping you come back so they can prove it to you is really just like self-perpetuating the problem, right? Like, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like they had this epiphany that like, oh no, it's not about proving it to Pile 3, it's about proving it to me, to myself, you know? Like, this person is seriously working on their self-love. I cannot express that enough. Yeah, is this person over you? I think in the way that your spirit guides want you to take this message, yes. I just feel like your person is realizing from a very genuine and loving place why this relationship did not work and why it cannot work. You know, there's still there's still energy within your person, they're saying, that like is completely opposite than you. So like even if you did come back and they let you be more free, and you know, whatever that is that you couldn't be before, it's like, and even though they'd be more romantic, they're still the opposite of that. They are still more traditional. They are still more analytical, where you're spiritual. Like they would be more open to it, right? They would appreciate you and receive your inspiration, is what I just heard. But you know, when we're talking about, are they over this or over you, I feel like they truly are just feeling like there's boundaries in place. Like we have 2 cards that have boundaries on it. It's like there's, in the 7 of Wands even, it's like, I don't think they're putting up boundaries to keep you out, pile 3. I don't think they're trying to move on from you because they dislike you, or they feel like this relationship was toxic, or they feel, you know, it's like no negative feeling. They're just, like, I just feel like they're finally grieving it. It's like after however many years y'all have been apart or whatever, it's like they're finally grieving this. Like they're finally feeling like, I can let it go and I'll be okay. And I think your spirit guides are asking you to do that too. Like, finally grieve this. And like when you go to someone's funeral, right, and you're grieving, you're not sitting there thinking about all the toxic things you know, conversations you had, or all the bad things you've been through. You're grieving and you're mourning the happiness, the fact that you miss them, you know, and that you know, something that you wanted to work maybe can't work now. And that's how this person is viewing this, and how your spirit guides want you to view this, is it's time to like grieve it. It's time to remember all the really, really good things about it, self-reflect about, you know, the negative things of what it taught you and how much stronger it made you, and then like rise from that, you know. I think you're both going through a very profound transformation of acceptance, is what I just heard. Like acceptance of all things, and maybe why you had to hurt in order to feel certain ways, and being grateful that you did hurt, because it did get you into certain places, you know. I'm using my deck here, Hello Darling, messages from your person. I'm sorry, my energy's kind of low all of a sudden. I just feel, I feel sad, but at the same time, like almost like whole in my sadness. So I don't know if this is you or your person or both of you, but like, do you know what I mean? It's like, don't be, what is that saying? What are you saying? Don't be sad that it's gone, be happy that you lived it, or something like that. I'm butchering that, but you know, it's like I'm sad, but I also feel like I can finally let this go. I'm clairsentient more than anything, so when I'm reading energy, it's like it's as if it's happening to me. But I think that's what your person's feeling, pile 3. It's like, I'm sad and I'm grieving, but I finally feel like a weight's been lifted, man. So anyways, my energy's a little low. But this is my deck. There'll be a link in the description box below if you're interested in purchasing it. They're little text messages from your person for how do they feel. How did I know this one was gonna come out? We have, I'm so entwined in you. I feel like our souls are one, 2, 2, 2. And actually what I'm feeling from this, and what I was feeling earlier in this kind of revelation that you've sparked in this person, I do feel like, pile 3, you and this person have incarnated many times, and like this is always the thing. Like you are always romantic partners, because this feels romantic to me. It's like you're always romantic partners, but then you always leave this you leave this person? So maybe you left this person. But like you always split up from this person. You're always soulmates and in love and all of these things, and then it crumbles and you split apart, and it's supposed to be that way. So you both learn So you both spiritually awaken, and yeah, so it's like almost like your souls are one. This doesn't feel like a twin flame to me, but this does feel like a soulmate that like you purposely do this together. And so your souls are entwined, you know? It's like you're from the same soul group. Oh my God, you're unlike anyone I've ever known. 222 again. They hold so much respect for you, pile 3. Like, this, maybe go watch my reading from yesterday, pile 1, because this person wants you to be happy, and this person wants to be happy, and they're more than happy if that happiness is together, but they're totally fine if it's apart too. But it's just like, they do still feel so connected to you, even though they're moving on. They just feel such a profound, I just heard entanglement, but just like such a profound healing with you. I don't know how to explain it. Pile 3. I'm not making this shit up. There's another 222. This one says, I manifested you. I dreamed of the perfect person, and the universe brought you to me in divine timing. I'm indebted to the universe for meeting you. First of all, that's how they feel, pile 3. They feel very indebted to this relationship. Like, it's like they finally have this clarity to see that this relationship saved them. It broke them, and then it saved their life. And they want you to know that. Okay? But then also, can you see this? 222. 222. 222. Girl, there's all different 916. Okay? Oh, it's probably whatever. They all have different numbers, and we pulled 222 3 times. This is a number of divine counterparts. This is a number of balance and love and partnership. And again, going back to the beginning of this reading, pile 3, like, I think even though this person is like over you or moving on, like, it's very important to hold on to the fact that like this person talks about and looks back on this relationship as so much profound love and gratitude, and you changed this person's life, pile 3. And even though they're moving on, like, they cannot thank you enough, and they hope that someday that they'll be able to tell you thank you. But even if they can't, they've accepted it, and that speaks volumes to their abundance, you know, being able to come to that conclusion. So that was your reading. I really enjoyed that reading. That might have been my favorite pile of today's reading. But anyways, girl, I'm just like in my feels right now, so I have to let you go. If you enjoyed that, please give it a like, comment below, let me know if this was your pile in this situation. I always love to hear all that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and there'll be stuff in the description box below if you want to do a personal reading with me, if you want to buy my oracle decks, or take my online courses. So I hope we stay in touch, and I hope you have a beautiful day.